No, I'm talking about the cup.
This is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
This is only a test.
DJs and MCs. This DJ, he gets down.
Listen to this jockey's introduction to
Two DJs and a mic with your host, DJ Mike
Is that a timetable?
and DJ JP.
Well, get on it. It's your turn.
Give me the mic.
Oh,
he
lives
lives in Mesquite. Yeah. He's still not in Dallas, probably.
Okay. Anyway,
his city shuts down at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll hook up with him.
Okay,
yeah.
well, they're gonna hook up with you. I'll call you back, Jimmy.
All right, give me a holler.
Okay, bye.
All right. We want to thank you guys for another installment of Two DJs and a Mic. And we got one of
a legend.
A legend.
You guys are legends.
Don't sugarcoat it, man.
No, I'm not. You are a legend, and I respect you for being humble. But we have, one of the best to do it, and someone that continues to push himself to new heights. None other than DJ Qbert. Yeah. We were in the QSC room, and he kept telling the guy, "No, that's DJ Qbert."
Remember that? We should have videotaped that. Okay, bye.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You always want to get in the little film.
Oh yeah. He gonna get his fist pumped. Yeah, but
man, this is an honor, man, to
Thank
actually
you,
sit
guys.
down with Cube. I've seen him in a couple of shows. I was here last year. Not on the levels that me and Mike on now, what we trying to do with the podcast, growing the show and all that stuff. And we saw the agenda. We like, who we want to interview? Oh, he was in dog heaven.
oh yeah, I said no.
He just took a scratch class from one of the DJs in Dallas.
What's his name?
DJ
Ivan G.
He's been he's been in the
He's
coming
pretty
like third.
Yeah. I'll tell him I said what's up.
Yeah, we
Ivan
will.
G.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
I started doing this around the time that you did. I started about between 19. It was either I would say about 84.
Yes.
And I was going to I was in the 8th grade.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No shit. Damn.
Yeah.
So you was a breakdancer before? Because that's how I got into it around that time.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you know what? I could never learn how to do the windmill.
Oh, that's right. That's too hard.
Man, I was good on my feet, but man, I could never get that windmill.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, so that is, the electro funk,
That's what started me, the breaking thing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And the funny thing,
When did you start?
I was too big. I couldn't.
He was playing
I
basketball.
started in about 84, 85, and I learned
same.
under Greg Street. You know who that is?
No.
Out of Atlanta.
I think that name sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's who my That's who taught me or who I learned most of
Oh,
mine.
wow.
He's on radio. He's not like you guys.
You know, the funny thing, and I bet you can appreciate this, the first song that I learned on, a friend of mine came to the house and he scratched on a record. He said, "Can you do this?"
Ooh,
I'm
that's
like,
fun.
"Yeah, I can do that." Push the button.
Oh, push the button. Yeah, that's the shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I started around that time, stopped for a little bit, and then got back into it. But some of the things that I never learned were the things that started when I stopped. So the scratching, when you first started was totally different than what it is now. Like you were saying about Cash Money. Cash Money was one of my favorites. I mean, I used to listen to his records, Ugly People Be Quiet, and
super advanced. Yes.
Man, the one, what was the New Sheriff in Town? You remember that?
Everything, yes.
When he took the
scratched
whistle and making it like a horse?
Yes, yes.
And I used to listen to all of those and mimic that.
Yeah.
That's how I would learn.
Oh, you were
how
pretty
to
good
scratch.
then if you could mimic Cash Money.
Well,
Yeah, that's good.
Not all of it,
Yeah.
but some of it. But the
that's still good,
scratching
yeah.
was different. And just being away from it, and Ivan he kind of reminds me of you. He has some of those same characteristics.
Real nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, real cool guy.
Yeah. So we want to get our audience, to
Questions.
I know we just
Y'all put them in the chat now. Get them in
we
because we
just
only
came
got a
out,
limited time with Qbert. So put them in. Put them in.
and we just came out, of your class.
Yeah.
But
man,
what was it that?
Well, first, let me stop. He just made the turntables talk, y'all. I mean, oh my goodness. I was hoping you left them up so you could give a small demo on camera, but it's all
They
good.
should have.
No, we got enough
We didn't think
video.
about that. Next
We got enough video.
I got some
Oh,
video.
you got, yeah,
We
okay.
got enough video.
I got some.
But man,
We'll share it with
wow, we'll post them later on. But man,
Yeah.
but go ahead, Mike. This is for you.
So what inspired you to get into DJing? I know you just said it was breakdancing, but from the breakdancing, what did you see that grabbed you and say, man, that's what I want to do?
Well, it was the whole hip hop, the breaking, the popping. We see in the Bay Area we was strutting, and then we was trying to do that, and then the music, everything. The music was like all electro and all the rap music and what was it, Rapper's Delight and all that.
Yeah. The first one that
I wrote all the lyrics down, and oh man, what else was there? There would be magazines from New York, and it was like, oh, they wear fat laces like this. Fat laces. Where do you get those? Everything.
We used to call them fat boys.
Oh, Fat Boys, nice.
The laces. Yeah.
Even the Fat Boys, the beatboxing and the graffiti. I was trying to tag my name and everything. The whole I couldn't do everything real good, but the scratching was like, okay, I can play records because I already got the records from since the late 70s when Rapper's Delight came out. So I already had all them records and Egyptian Lover and all that. And so it was like DJing was kind of like you play the record. I couldn't mix or nothing, but I had all the records from up till 85. And then when Egyptian Lover said, what is a DJ if you can't scratch? I was like, oh shit, I better scratch them. I guess that's the rules. I don't want to get kicked out, so I had to learn a little bit. And I was like, oh, I like it.
So where did your career start? What did you do first when you?
I just started DJing, and then I started getting in a little bit battles on accident. Like I would be like, oh, what is a DJ if you can't scratch? And I was like, oh, I can battle anybody now. Then I went to somebody's house, and he took the volume knob and he said, oh yeah, look at this. And he went, what? I was like, oh fuck, he fucked me up. So I was like, oh man, I need to go practice. And so that was my first, how you call it, getting my ass beat. It was the first thing. Okay, now I got to practice. So I learned that. And every time I would go to somebody's house, oh, you scratch too? Oh, I scratch too. When we go to their house, I would always get my ass kicked every time. And so that was like, cool, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. That means I'm gonna learn something. Yeah. So I looked at it like as a positive. Ooh, that guy's gonna fuck me up. I'm gonna learn something. But I would come there like I know I can fuck this guy up. But they would always beat me. And so.
But now they are all any of those guys who used to beat you. They still around.
I'm still a student. I still always stay.
Oh, we all students. I mean, I'm never gonna stop learning. So.
Yeah.
Even today, you were talking about somebody in the class. You're picking up stuff from him.
Oh,
with the bass swing.
He said upside down swings. I was like, what? Upside down swing. And then, so now I have a YouTube class. It's called youtube.com/thudrumble. And it's all live. I think we're up to 75 classes now. Wisdom of Wax. And I did a class on that, the upside down swings. And
See,
I was
so
like,
yeah,
what
you
the
never
fuck?
stop.
Upside
A lot
down
of people don't
swing.
realize that you never stop learning in this DJ game.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
always somebody
Yeah.
at home coming up in the lab, as Mike say, in the lab
Yes.
trying to come up with something new.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
and-
success thing, right? Success. I thought it was gonna be like a stop. It's not. Success is you got to keep learning.
Yeah. So you went from DJing house, going over people's house, getting your butt whooped, and so where did you go next? What was the next thing?
Years of getting my ass kicked. I had bruises on my mind. Everything. I was. It was how you call it, like a kung fu training. Like God was like, okay, this next guy's gonna beat your ass. It was like. I wasn't looking forward to it, but I was looking forward to it. I always had to keep that positive of like, okay, well, you know, and it was always a hike up, a step, and then there was a plateau. Every time it was a plateau, like, okay, now I learned that scratch that he taught me, and you could stay there for a while. But then I was listening to Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee said you could enjoy that plateau, but after a while you got to go to the next step. And so I was like, okay, that's enough. That's enough having a good time. Let's learn some more.
So in keeping on to something that Bruce Lee said, so how do you feel about this saying that he had? Be like water.
Oh yes, definitely yes. That's what I was teaching the class here. I would play random ass records to blend and try to scratch with that melody record. It don't have to be a hip hop record. It could be like whatever. Old MacDonald had a farm. You got to scratch with it. So that was like a very important thing for me to play anything. Go ahead, throw on some jazz, throw on some whatever classical. I'm gonna try to scratch with it.
But you know, we used to be I won't say one dimensional, but hip hop R&B pretty much that was it. Now, because we're in the wedding industry, we do a little bit of everything. But now you have to be able to play damn near E.I.O. McDonald, you know.
There was a song they made. It was
but I'm saying you have to be so versatile now with everything. And you need to be able to play anything, scratch anything, reggaeton to hell. Yeah. I did a Tongan wedding.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
so that was really cool. Instead of throwing money, they threw blankets.
Oh shit!
On the family, it was right. Really, yeah, so you know, you get to do a lot of stuff in this business. So you just got to be versatile and be willing to go out there and learn and do some different stuff.
Yeah.
So definitely. When the next thing? So what happened next? What did you do next?
Then I started from the battling thing. Then I started getting a little bit better. And I was like, you know what? Let me try to win one of these
local
DMC. Well, the local battles. I was winning and losing here and there, but I started winning a little more. And I was like, all right, I'm getting a little bit okay. So let me try to get into one of these DMC battles. That's like the world battles. And so I started off going into the West Coast battle. So you got to battle everybody in California, Arizona, all those, Nevada. You got to battle everybody there. That's the West Coast battle. And then I said, I'm not gonna win. I'm just gonna do my best. I'm just gonna practice my ass off. I'll just have fun. And I ended up winning. And then I went to the US battle. And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna win. I'm just gonna do my best. I practiced like crazy. I'm just gonna practice. And then I ended up winning. Then I went to the world finals, the eliminations. So it's everybody in the world, the DMC world, everybody. And I was like, I'm just gonna practice. Somebody's gonna beat me in the world competition. I ain't gonna win that. And I practiced, whatever. And, oh shit, I won the eliminations. Then I went to the finals. That's when I got big headed.
Who you were against in the finals?
It's all the countries. You gotta look at.
Saying, was there anybody? I'm talking about person.
1991, man. You're gonna take me back. I'm gonna have to look online and look at all the competitors. I think I met DJ Yoshi from Japan. There's a lot of guys from different countries, man. They're gonna get mad at me. Why you never remember me? I'm from Greece. I'm your friend. Remember me? I'm like, oh shit. Speaking of Sparky T from Greece, a lot of these people. But yeah, I went to the eliminations, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna train, whatever. And then I fucking won that. And I went to the finals. That's when I got big headed. I don't need to practice no more. I'm the fucking baddest. That's when I lost.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
So you have to. That taught me to stay humble, and you got to practice and just.
So did you ever win the world?
Yeah, the next year. I stayed the same. I was like, I ain't gonna win. I'm just gonna practice. And then we won again. And so that is the formula. Like, when you don't think you're gonna win, just train hard. That's all that matters.
Okay.
Hone your skills.
So once you won, how did that affect you?
I stayed humble because I lost the year before that. It was like I always now from that point I'm gonna always stay a student, and that's what taught me.
So you haven't allowed yourself to feel like you have arrived.
Never. Because of that shit, I was like, oh man, that hurt me so bad. It was God like, nope, you ain't gonna come up unless you stay down to earth and be a student.
Wow.
And that's, and that's great because it's so easy to, to become arrogant.
Oh yeah. As soon as you get a little bit of
Become
applause, you'll be like, oh shit, I'm the man all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's,
Yeah,
you
that
gotta
pride.
Yeah, you gotta look at it as like you're how you call it, a chef. You gotta give everybody good food every time, or else you're gonna lose that Michelin star. So you gotta always continue to give everybody amazing things.
So how many did you win?
Well, we Mixmaster Mike, the DJ for the BC Boys, the DMC had a team competition the year after that I had lost. I took second place the year I lost. Almost made it to first place, 1991 Worlds. I took second. I was like, oh, fuck, just missed it. So the next year they came out with a team battle. And I was like, oh, shit.
I remember that. That was so cool.
And so it was Mixmaster Mike, the DJ for the BC Boys, and Apollo. That was my team. It was like, we've been doing this team shit. So we had an advantage and we won on accident because we already been doing the team shit. And so that was a lucky thing for us. And then the next year, me and Mixmaster Mike did a duo and we won again. And then in 1994, they didn't have a battle. So we kept the title for that year. So that was, we didn't have to battle. In 95, Rock Raider won. We were the judges for that one.
Oh, okay.
So do you ever have any intentions on ever doing it again?
I mean, I do it every day. Like I'm practicing every day. Like if you want, I'm still on battle mode. Like every day I'm learning new things. I mean, I'm not going to enter the competition, but the fire is still there where I'm like, let's practice, time to grind, have fun and get better than you were yesterday.
So what continues to burn the fire, allow the fire to burn?
Now,
what is it,
Well, there's many things, but first it's fun. It's a musical instrument. It's like, how many songs can you play on the piano? How many songs can you play on the guitar? It's infinite. So it's like, I want to see what the infinite looks like. And so that's what keeps me going. And also, I know now, before I used to be like, oh, I did this, I made that, I invented this. It's God made everything. So it's like, you just get to work, practice, and God flows through you. And it's like, oh, look what God's making, like some weird ass sounds. Like, oh, because I ain't doing it. I'm just being a high color vessel. Yeah, you guys know what's up.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you said something in your class that I really wanted to touch on too. Is it seems like it's more spiritual for you.
Yes.
That it's more than just DJing. This is who you are.
Yes.
And you express yourself through
Right.
this art.
It's God seeing himself through you, like what's going to look like. And with a lot of training, then the spirit could flow,
Yeah.
And everybody got that power. You just got
yes.
All of you guys have God in you, of course, in a different way. And so that's what's beautiful about it. So you're always going to learn something because everybody's going to have a signature way. It's like, it's beautiful. You did that. And then you try to do it and you come up with some other shit like, oh, I tried to do his shit, but it's like it came out this other way. And so it's so many things to learn and take from. And it's life is a beautiful thing when it's like that.
And I ask you a question, like, how often do you practice? Do you do it daily, and when you get in the lab, how long are you in there?
I'll be in, like, I'll make a beat just so I can be like, oh, I want to scratch something. I want to because I do producing too, so I'll make a beat and I'll be like, today I want to scratch to like this type of tempo. I have like a kind of like right when I wake up, I have a little bit of a dream of how the music's gonna sound. You know how like right when you wake up, you have that a theta phase or something you call it, whatever, and you can hear like, or you can see all your questions can be answered, like, oh, I want to make a beat, what's gonna sound like, and you're like, oh, that's a nice beat right there, and I'll go in the lab and try to make it, and then it always comes out to something else. God is like, nope, we're gonna make it like this, boom, 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 and it's always like, oh, that came out even better. And then I'll go practice. So I'll be in the lab, make a beat, maybe an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, and then I'll get my scratching on an hour to maybe hour, 2 hours minimum, and then I'll go on Twitch and I'll do a little something, and then I'll do a YouTube, do a class, and then I'll get back again in the lab and make other stuff. So because I also make like music, I'll make like music for my album. We make music for video games and movies and things like that. It's a whole thing. It's like like a video game almost. I was really good at video games when I was a kid, and I was like, wait a minute, life is a video game. I started getting to all these levels, and I was like, this is better because now I'm feeding people, what we're supposed to be doing. We're doing our what do you call it? Our calling to help people, make people happy with our gifts. Yes. Now it's like, now this is a better video game now, and so I look at it like that. So it becomes fun.
So any days off? You take any days off?
I try not to because it's like it gets a little bit rusty if I take a day off. It's like you got to keep it.
Wow.
You got to keep it fluid. Like it's almost like martial arts. It is kind of like a martial arts. You got to keep.
It's a lifestyle.
Yes, it is. It's like when you get into it, the more
No.
you do it, the more fluid it comes.
Let's say that one more time. No days off.
I mean, I could, like, I'm over here in Chicago. I ain't got turntables
Yeah,
in the
but
room.
you've been on
But I got this.
this.
Look, I got this right here. I'll be a little bit. I'm a nerd.
What is that?
That's
It keeps
fine.
my
That's
wrist.
makes it-
It keeps my wrist like quick.
So see now, that's what I have.
Big
to
shots to Jesse Dean. Sometimes,
makes those
yeah,
for
you
you?
can make these little faders, and he makes them, and then you could get them
Where,
like
where
20
can we
bucks.
purchase those?
Jesse Dean Designs on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I hold?
Yes, got that.
Wow. So you just
That helps my fader wrist, but then without the turntable, it's a little difficult. Like today, I was trying to scratch, and I was like, oh man, I wish I had my turntable in the hotel room. Sometimes
wow.
when I go on tour, I'll bring a portable turntable in the room, and I'll just mess around a little bit. And sometimes I'll bring a little miniature drum machine too. I'll make a beat in the room too.
And it just seems like you've been doing it for so long that you wouldn't have to do that. You could just show up and show out.
I could a little bit, but
But-
it's better if I had a practice in for sure.
And I will say this, and I think you can confirm this. One of the most important things for me, like even watching you, timing is everything when it comes to that.
It is. It
And
is
when
time,
you
man.
don't do it, it's like a basketball player or a football player, or like they say, well, you can't play this week because you haven't practiced because of that timing.
Yeah.
Yes, very important.
So
Do
it's
you
for
ever
us.
take vacations and
Yeah, I'll take a vacation, but I'll be bringing my turntable too. I'll be in this Hawaii swimming, boom, boom, boom. And I'll be like, all right, now I got to practice a little bit.
man, that is love and
Yeah.
dedication right
No,
there.
it makes you put a whole nother spin on it, because when you see the performance, and then people are always like, well, how did you get there? And they think that it's a they think it's a microwave somewhere, and you can just put the popcorns in there, and a
Just
minute later it's,
You got it.
but they're not looking at, okay, well, man, this dude is putting in roughly maybe
6, 7, 8 hours
6
a
or
day?
7 hours a
Maybe
day.
not that long, but
Well,
sometimes if
even
I was,
4.
yeah, 4 to hour at the minimum,
But
but at least I get something in. But if I'm serious, it'll be the whole day. Like if it's like, oh, this dude motherfucker challenged me, all right, let's go all day. I'll practice.
yeah, so I'm just saying, and that's what you call, and I know you're a humble guy, but the dedication and the discipline, and the determination that you put into that shows in your work.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
some
so-
people,
trying, that's
and I'm not trying to blow you up or puff you up and, blow up the balloon. I'm just, stating the obvious.
Yeah.
Dedication to what you love to do brings about perfection.
I mean, you got to, yeah. It's just kind of like the rules and shit. But
Yeah.
I turn it into fun, like the video game.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Before it'd be like, oh man, I got practice.
Well, no,
now it's like, oh, okay,
It's
cool.
fun to
now
go in
it is.
there. I mean, mess around, come up with new things.
Yes, yes.
Because everybody's doing these mashups online now.
Yeah.
Putting 2 tracks
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
So it's good to have a different way to challenge
Yes,
yourself all the time.
different is more important to be
Yeah.
to be unique, of course.
Yeah. So it just seems at this point, or you say somebody challenge you, but it
I'm
seems
scared.
like you more so are challenging yourself.
It is, yeah. I gotta outdo myself what I did yesterday. Always. That's the rules right there.
See, and that's
Yeah.
that's the second time I've heard that today. And I told somebody this: if you're not trying to be a better version of yourself every day, then you're losing.
Yeah.
I
On the
love
balance.
that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Very
You
true.
know.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Oh, that ain't good.
What is that?
Water.
Water. Oh
From
shit!
the-
Be like water.
yeah, that's
God saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that that's a great thing.
Yes.
So if you could tell, our audience something in regards to what they can do to be a better version of themselves from a DJ's perspective, what would that be?
I mean, just have fun. We all have, I was mentioning this to the class earlier, like we all have a superpower from God. Everyone's going to do something unique. Like, you like the Green Lantern, this is Flash, and, I'm
Yeah.
whatever. It's like you have a certain thing that God has for you. Your signature is different. The way you make every creation is going to be different from everybody. So it's like when you realize that God is in you to do that, man, just have fun with it. Do
Yeah.
whatever you love to, that you love to do. That's pretty much what is your calling, and that's it. Like
Wow.
I remember this is my favorite phrase. I got this on my Instagram, and everybody want to be happy, right? So it's like the ultimate happiness is giving. So I was like, is that it? Giving? I could give all I want. When you give your skills, it makes you happy. Like it's karma. They don't teach you that in school. They don't teach you how to farm. They don't teach you how to be loving. They don't teach you about karma. But those are the spiritual, how you call it, secrets of the universe. Real simple. The most ultimate evil is selfishness. So it's like, oh, okay. So I love giving. So that's it. Giving is the ultimate happiness. Shit, I'm gonna do that all day.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So what all do you have out there on the net? What all you got going on?
We just made 22 break records. Before it used to be like
6 is 132, right?
Yeah, we had 6 beats on each record.
Yeah.
132 beats, whatever. But before I would make one break record every month. Now I make a break record every 3 days. So we came out with 22 break records on DJQbert.com for free. So there's a giving thing.
So go get your break records if you want to start working on your scratch skills. He's got them out there for you.
Yeah.
What else you got going on?
Back to the break records. Every beat, it got sound effects in the front so you can scratch in the beat. And
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So there's that, and then we have these new slip mats we just came out. Our favorite slip mats were butter rugs, and then we came out with these other slip mats called Scratchy Seal slippers. But now we outdid both of those slippers.
Where can I get
can
I get them at?
On DJQbert.com. We made this new break record. I mean, slip mat.
I need
It's
it.
thinner than both. I'll send it to you.
Really?
It's called Super Seal slip mats.
Wow.
They just came out on DJQbert.com. They got sold out in one day.
Wow.
And we got to repress them and make more new prints and stuff. But that is like phenomenal.
So do they have your name on them or something?
Yeah. There's different designs, whatever, like plain ones too. But the thing is, it's so thin. It's just like it's like you're ice skating with your hand.
People used to try to cut the plastic thin.
You don't got to use that no more.
Yeah, but
you could too.
That was good because that was the thinnest thing you could get back then instead of the felt. Yeah. So, man.
Wow. Yeah, I need those mats.
So what else? You sound like you have.
We have. I have a crew called the Invisible Scratch Pickles. We're coming out with the album. There's these styles and shortcut. Invisible Scratch Pickles. Yes, that is our
Who
DJ.
came up with the name?
Mixmaster Mike and DJ Disc. I think they were joking around. Mixmaster Mike said, "Why don't we be called the Invisible Pickles?" And it was like, what? It almost sounded like, how you tuck your dick in between legs. The invisible pickles. That's stupid. And then we was like, and then the next day, DJ Disc was like, hey, that name yesterday we was fucking around with? How about we call it Invisible Scratch Pickles? I was like, oh shit, that actually is. It's catchy and it's funny and it rhymes. So fuck it, let's use it. And then it caught on. Everybody was like, what the fuck kind of name is that? And so it was like every time we come out with something, it was like, we added a little shock factor. You know how David Blaine comes out?
Yeah, like your boy said this morning in the class. Either come out and say something about sex or cuss. And he came out he said what? Just say something about sex, didn't he? It said that gets everybody's attention. So it worked, but it was just funny. Yeah, shocking names or names that make you think sometimes. Straight up.
It's original.
Yeah, Bob's song. It's like lame. It's
so how many tracks y'all gonna have on the
album? We came out with the album last, I think 4 years ago. I think it was like 18 tracks, and then this might be the same 12 or 18 tracks. I forgot.
So is it just instrumentals, or
it's just like everybody's drumming. One guy's scratching. Everybody's on the turntable. One guy's a drummer. One guy's like playing keyboards on the scratch. Another guy's playing vocals. So it's like a DJ band.
One of the DJs said you're also a comedian.
Oh.
No, he's just being real. He's letting loose, really, man.
He's having fun.
Yeah. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You can be who you are, and not, and be unapologetic about it. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't be a crime for us to be ourselves.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, God, that's God's language is humor. So they be trying to cut it down. Like, don't talk about that. It's like, damn, it's funny. So we're just joking.
Yeah.
Everybody too serious.
So anything else besides the slip mats?
What else? Oh, we got new break records coming out on DJQbert.com. Actually, I was like, the phone rang. I was like, oh man, I gotta catch that call. That is, everybody's been asking for these tractor records. These are records that we use on the turntable to control the, how you call it, the sound. It's like Serato, but it's called tractor. Mm-hmm. And then we're coming out with some tractor records. That'll be on DJQbert.com too. There's a lot of stuff on DJQbert.com you can buy and for free too. So we got clothing, all kind of stuff. We got, if you're into NFTs, get on my Twitter at DJ Qbert, and we got these crazy NFTs about to come out. But man, it's nonstop.
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, you get Man, look where DJ has taken you. Did you ever think it would take you to these levels, or what did you?
No, I
where
didn't.
were you trying to go?
I was just trying to have fun. Like I made a little mixtape when I was a kid and making beats. I was really more into battling, like just straight up battling. But then it was like, wait a minute, we could do other stuff with it. Because when we stopped battling, it's like, oh shit, what are we gonna do now? And I was like, all right, we're gonna keep that energy. And so I made the first ever hip hop animated film called Wave Twisters, the movie. So it's a cartoon, but with graffiti. I was like, man, look at all these graffiti characters on the walls. How do we animate those? How come there's no cartoons with that? And so every song in my first album was called Wave Twisters, which is everything is scratching, but every song was a chapter in the movie, and then we made that movie Wave Twisters. It's on Netflix too. You can see it.
Yeah, I was looking it up today, so I have to check that out.
So we might do a part. It's the how you call it, the anniversary of it. We might do a 3D version of it.
Oh, okay.
So we got toys coming out too. We have a Super Seal giant robo. It's gonna be, I think, almost 20 inches tall. Mm-hmm. So we have this robot, like Voltron, how you call it. Mm-hmm. But it's a robot this big. They're making in China. We did a record cover where you put all the record pieces together and it makes a big giant robot. But now we came out with the actual toy that was on there. So that's gonna be dope. Little limited collector's edition.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got your hands in a lot of stuff.
It's everywhere. Yeah, constantly, always trying to, like I said, help people, make them happy and shit. That's the rules of this video game, is to bring heaven on earth with your skills.
So do you have people that are pulling you?
I got. You know what? What's amazing about that is I just recently, the last couple of years, I got rid of all my negative friends. I love all my negative friends. I love them, but I can't be with them. I have to be around the ones that's like, let's go, Q, let's go, boom, boom, boom.
Why?
Because it's like they pull you down. They pull you down. Sometimes they'll even say negative shit like, "Oh, you shouldn't, blah blah blah. You should do. Maybe you should come with us. Let's go have a drink. Waste time type shit." But I like my other friends. Like, no, let's get to work. Let's go. Let's practice. Boom, boom, boom. Let's make some beats. Let's go. Everything productive friends. Those are the ones that's like, let's go. And the other ones, it's like, I can't kick with you right now, or I don't even be answering the phone no more. But I love them though. But I gotta go right now.
Yeah, it's a difference when you're trying to build something.
Yeah.
And everybody has a place in our lives.
Yeah.
We just have to realize where.
And then also, I found that some of my friends was haters. I didn't even know, and I was like,
"Hey
oh,
man, those
shit.
are the ones that's the closest to you.
Yeah,
they're in your circle to learn.
Even family too. I was like, oh my god."
We're about to go deep up in here.
But hey, you know what? I give them love. I love them, but I just can't be like connected with them. I can't.
Yeah.
I'll be
you
like,
can't tell everybody your business either.
Yeah.
It steals your glory. It takes. It's like they're zapping.
Yeah, sometimes I gotta be quiet about. I don't even talk about my shit when I'm like at the family reunions type shit. I'm just like quiet about it. They don't need to know unless they ask me. I ask them about how you doing. They never ask me about what I'm doing. So it's cool. I just stay humble. They don't need to know. Sorry about that. I don't want everybody brought it down. Shit.
But no,
but it should bring you up. Like, yeah, you gotta just be like after that shit and stay with your friends. That's like, those are like, if you was in a fight, those motherfuckers ain't gonna help you. The ones that's gonna be like, let's go then, come on, let's go. Those are the homies that you get like, how you call it, army up with.
Yeah, and that's important.
Yeah, you'll see it. I saw it through this whole pandemic shit. I was like, oh, okay, if you was gonna leave me in that fight like that, all right. But I still got love for them.
So during the pandemic, what did you do?
I already knew it was like a kind of like a, how you call it, like it was like almost, because I had been studying about this for years and years, and then the government, they kind of like, man, I don't want to talk about this. People's gonna get mad at me, but this is the truth.
But I got you.
Yeah, you know what's up.
Yeah.
And it's like I was like, wait a minute, this is a little fishy here. So people was getting mad at me, like, no, you gotta follow the rules. I'm like, man, I'm like, there's an aquarium, right? You go to the aquarium and it got a gang of fish going this one way. Yeah. I'm the fish that goes this way. That one little ass fish is going this way. And that was me. I was like, nah, I'm gonna just think for myself. I ain't gonna let them think for me. But you guys get the idea.
Yeah, we do. Wow. So, man,
I mean, that's what it is with music too. Like everybody, we gotta play this type of music. Boom, boom. Now I'm gonna play what I like to do, and that's what Bruce Lee was saying. You just gotta be you, and that's the most, how you call it, when you're at your best, is you just be you and find that you and do that.
Wow. And that's good information. That's good information. But man, we really appreciate you sitting down with us.
I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I love you back, bro.
And
it's always an honor, and it's good to see when you see someone, as such as yourself, have reached some of your goals and done some of the things that you've done, that you haven't allowed that to not keep you humble. Because
Approachable.
like Morris said, you have some of us, we reach a certain status
Mhm.
and we become above everybody else.
Oh, it's now we're
And
equal. Everybody's.
and you can't talk to them,
Oh,
they're looking
no.
down on
Oh,
you.
man.
And I just appreciate that, because those are the type of situations that we need to see from people like yourself.
Yeah.
That it's not like, no, man, no, don't touch.
I can't
no.
come on your little show, man.
No, and it's because you have some of us that choose to be like that.
Of course.
And it's always good when you come across people that no matter where they're at, they stay an even keel.
Yeah, we're like servants to help
Oh,
people
yeah.
with our gifts.
Oh yeah, and I've told this to Jeff when you said about giving. I woke up one night and I never watched black and white movies,
Hmm?
and I was like, man, and I was just looking at the movie, and the theme, the guy said he was this pastor or something took him in, and he allowed him to stay there, and the guy was like, why are you so nice? I might kill you in the middle of the night. And the pastor said, I might kill you.
Okay.
And he told him, he said, the object of life is to give and not take.
So what, do you give him a knife?
No. But that was the whole, and that what that pastor told him stuck in him.
Oh, yeah.
And he gave.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
He
yeah.
gave.
Yeah.
And when you said that, it made me think about that. Because it is.
Yeah.
Givers gain, as
Yeah.
they say.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow.
And thank you for giving me this opportunity to.
Oh,
Man, come on, man.
It's like-
Who are we-
thank
who are
you.
we? You-
No, it's
No,
shit.
no.
It's everybody, like, it's a different audience. Everybody looking at different things. So this
Yeah.
is,
Oh, yeah.
this is good.
And and the crazy thing is this: no matter how big we get, when we look at the world, we realize how small we
Oh,
still are.
nothing. Yeah. It's
And
a
in
speck of the
saying
universe,
that, you've done a lot of things, but I guarantee you, there's still people that don't know you and know
Oh,
your
of
story.
course. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
So that's what was important to me, because one, you have a lot of us that love this, like yourself. I grew up, music was my life,
You're a
and
B-boy,
has
yeah.
continued to be my life. I can't do a lot of things at the same time, but no matter what I'm doing, I hear music.
Of course. It's in you. That's your
Yeah.
gift. Yes.
Yeah.
in us.
So,
Yeah.
so no, I appreciate that, and we appreciate you coming on, and
Thank you, man.
and we're gonna definitely share.
Q?
Love you
Everything.
guys. Love you guys.
Oh,
Let's
love
do it
you
again.
back.
We'll do it again.
Yes,
We'll
yes,
get
yes.
your stuff, and we'll hit you
Yeah.
up, and maybe we'll catch you one day when you're on Twitch and let you
You got
do a
it.
little something on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we
Yeah,
usually do it
yeah,
every
yeah.
Tuesday at 7:30. So
Okay.
we have a guest on, and we do it live every Tuesday. And Keith came on the show with us, and he said, "Hey, why don't y'all guys come do the show from here and interview everybody who wants to come on?" I said, "Why the hell
Brilliant.
not?" Yeah.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So we're the official podcasters of the Marquis Show.
That's dope. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah,
Well-
we appreciate it, and we thank you guys for joining us. We've been on like 3 or 4 times. We're with the one and only DJ Qbert, such a humble guy,
Yeah.
such a humble guy, and his team over there.
Yeah. They like,
Yeah.
let him go.
Yeah.
Totally
Let him
T, Kendo, RH
Yeah.
Factor.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Do you guys DJ too?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I think I've seen you on one of the videos. I don't know if.
You want to get on? Get on.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah. Come
Man, I love you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Bring the team in here, man. Bring them in here. Come on.
Thank you guys.
Come on.
Thank you,
All
man.
right.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. Don't forget, we got to
Oh.
get them voice on.
Should we do that right now?
Yeah.
Real quick. What do you want me to say?
Well, no, go ahead and get us out of here, Mike. We're gonna let them
Oh yeah. Well, I want to get the team.
Oh, yeah, go
We'll
ahead.
come.
Come on in,
Yeah.
come on
Come,
in.
yeah. Give me a minute.
Oh, we're live?
Yeah, we're live, brother.
What up, dude?
He said, "Are we live?"
Yeah, we live.
Yeah, we live. Yeah.
Cool.
So what do you guys do
Bill?
for Cube, man? What do y'all do?
I make sure he wakes up. I groom his nails. I shave his back.
Wow, that might be a little bit too much, brother.
Yeah.
He has the best J's though right now.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, those
Oh.
J's are ill fire. Look at those nice.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Good
you.
to see you always.
Oh man. Likewise.
Yeah.
Likewise.
It's nice to
So
meet you.
what do you do,
Likewise.
sir?
I travel from Canada just to help out these guys.
Oh, really?
There you go.
Okay.
So do you DJ?
You DJ too?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your DJ name?
DJ Tully T.
Tally T.
Yeah.
And what about you, sir?
I go by RH Factor,
Mm,
kind of
okay.
a point man, road manager, tour manager, copy assistant, food runner, the whole nine.
You live in San Francisco too?
I live in Newport Beach. I'm from Los Angeles originally, spent a lot of time kind of abroad. I do a lot of tour managing, a lot of touring myself when the climate is, providing that type of environment for us to tour and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So how often do you guys tour with it?
Pretty much right now, everything is ramping back up. So every show. So pretty much from setting up turntable TV and streams and coordinating chats and whatnot, pretty much it's a full-time gig, and it's probably one of the coolest gigs.
So do y'all open up for them sometime?
Sometimes that's actually how I met them. They came to Canada, and I opened for them, and then they're like, "We want you on the team."
Yeah.
So wasn't it somebody like in the middle of a Toronto game one time? Was that Cube and somebody else? Remember they had I think it was doing it when what's his name was there and they won the
that was Scratch Bastard, Four Colors Zach, and
they did a halftime
Jazzy
show
Jeff.
and they did a kind of battle in the middle of halftime.
Yeah,
Okay.
rappers.
Yeah, I didn't think that was so that was pretty cool.
That was Jazzy Jeff, Four Colors Zach, and Scratch Bastard.
Okay. Yeah.
So what got you into DJing?
One day I was at a bar and I had no idea what DJing was. I walked to the bathroom, had to walk past the DJ booth. He was scratching. Didn't have to go to the bathroom anymore.
So you hailed it.
You were like you was just mesmerized like a lot of
Basically,
I was too, man. The first time I used to put the radio in the window to listen to a radio station in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, it was Manny Fresh's dad.
Oh,
And he was in a club, it's called The Famous, and it had a revolving dance floor. And I would lay there every Saturday night until, I couldn't stay awake no more and listen to him just kill it in the club, man. And that's what got me too. I was like, I just gotta learn how to do this. Gotta learn how to do that, man. Wow. And what about you? What you got?
Pretty similar path. I mean, I was going to raves, listening to a lot of drum and bass,
Mm-hmm.
and I was already collecting wax. I didn't have decks yet, and I was making mixtapes off the radio, and I was like,
everybody's done that. Oh my God.
That guy. And it was about 2000, freshman year in high school.
Mm-hmm.
After going to like 8th grade dances and whatnot, and 7th grade dances, like we had like park dances. I was like, I want to be that guy that carries in the gear, that gets the attention, and rocks the party. So.
And what year was this?
This was when I first fell in love with DJing. I want to say 98.
Wow.
I used to babysit Divine Styler's son, and I grew up under the direction of Divine Styler. So him and his father being original DJ at Studio 54, I come from a lineage of boom bap hierarchy that is very dear to me. So I've taken pretty much 20 years of perfecting the craft from my end to even get out there. So
wow.
What is your preferred style of music?
Drum and bass and hip hop, and a blend of pretty much double time hip hop into drum and bass and dropping it down.
What about yourself?
I like open format. Like I love hip hop and stuff, but my go-to is just whatever makes people happy. I like surprising people. It's like
What is a surprise for you?
playing everything you did not expect to hear, everything you like and everything you didn't know.
So I'm gonna ask you, were you a DJ AEM fan?
A little bit, yeah.
Have you watched the documentary?
I haven't yet.
Man,
Watch it. I just missed that. Like I've only
he changed the game, and a lot of people don't realize. Yeah. I mean, for his club DJs, not the scratching and all that, but man, I'm like, damn, he was doing stuff that we're just really starting to do now. Where you're in all these different jobs. Yeah, he was playing from Alabama back then, and he's the one that got us to $1 million. He's the one that really raised. Watch the documentary, man. It's worth it, man. He was ahead of his time, and Jazzy and all of them should thank him because he got everybody paid. Because he started doing the celebrity parties, he started doing the clubs in Vegas, he started doing all kind of crazy. He just couldn't lead a damn pipe along.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, that's a great documentary. And something else you need to watch because I know you ain't watched it.
No, I haven't.
God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. He hadn't even watched Rudy before you. Y'all watch? Any of y'all seen Rudy?
Yeah, man, that's a classic.
See,
I always root for the
You've been
underdog.
messing with me the whole time I've been here,
Hey,
man.
don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Yeah,
I had my Rudy story.
Okay, I know you did, but you need to watch that movie.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna watch it. Yeah,
so-
we had Rudy on early.
So,
Yeah, it was great, man.
So do you club DJ? Y'all club
Yeah,
DJ?
club DJ.
Okay.
Yes.
What kind of club?
it just depends. I mean, I do a lot of touring around the world, opening DJ for an artist that I've been working with who started the Black Eyed Peas, DJ Motivate. So I'm his main tour manager and opening DJ. So I do a lot of open format when I'm in that arena.
So what you do, just look out there and say, okay, this is what we got. You can see all the...
It's a pretty set playlist type vibe for that. We stick to a pretty solid playlist that is curated beforehand. Like if we're going to Croatia, we'll know we're going to keep a little bit darker and deeper house. Italy's going to be a little bit more disco and more hip hop. And
so do you ever go outside of that? Have you ever been in a situation where the curated list, playlist, was not working?
Absolutely.
And what do you do when that happens?
Got to read the crowd. And usually, you know what I do? You want to know what my go-to is?
Yes.
Old school hip hop, funk, or soul. Because usually, if the room is a little bit, you got to earn it. It's older folks that know what's up with music. It's not a bunch of young kids just partying, having fun. You got to cater to that, and you got to open their heart that way. If it's kids, you just put on a go-to sing-along. But sometimes you got to play something that's a little more well-known.
Yeah. Wow. And what about you? Clubs?
All clubs for me. I used to do weddings, but I just stopped that. I just got too busy with the clubs.
Really? It's usually the other way around.
Yeah. It's not so much about the money for me. Like I can always do that later, I think, but
sure.
It's kind of like age is not on our side for DJs in like the club scene.
Because I did clubs for like 20 years.
Where I'm from, it's like they don't want like the old guy DJ. They want the young crowd because they're all 19 or 20 years old.
You talking about for as far as weddings or just clubs?
No, for the clubs. Because it's like 19 or 20 years old. Well, I'm from Canada, so that the drink age is 18 or 19.
Oh, wow.
So that's why it's so young.
Oh, wow.
It's a younger demographic for sure.
Yeah, but it shouldn't. This shouldn't even matter if you can rock the booty.
Exactly.
But it does. They try to say, well, what was this old guy?
It works. There's a flip coin to that because I've looked the same for the last 20 years. So sometimes cats like, who is this guy who's even got vinyl? Let's see what he's really about. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay, this guy knows his stuff. Let's check his ID and credentials though. Still.
Yeah.
So there's a flip coin to that.
Yeah, because I walk into all white weddings. Hey, do you know country and western? So but now you have to be very versatile. So it's just wow.
So do you like more of the battle type of DJing or just DJing for people?
See, it depends on the day, really.
It does. I mean, it depends on the environment. If I can be competitive and I can break out that skill set and it's not overpowering listeners, absolutely. I mean, it's something that's got me into DJing and led me to I was a fan first, and I still am a fan of Q. But Qbert has always been like the top of the hierarchy, and I've worked with everybody, and Q's been the most like legit 247. You know what I'm saying? Like you catch, not to mention names, you catch one dude on one day, he's tripping. Q is
even keel.
Yeah, and that has made me mature as an artist. It made me want to step outside of like the ego competitive, check me out, and lock in more long term.
Wow. Well, it seems like this guy is not only just a great DJ, hell, he's an all-around great freaking guy. So, God, that's good. Man, you don't get that very often. Because, I grew up with a guy, and it seemed like once he made it, he kind of forgot everybody that was there behind him.
Sure.
And like I told him one time, I said, bro, I don't want you to give me nothing. If you can open the door, give me, just do something and let me prove it on my own, that would be great. But I don't want that for you. I don't want you to put your name on that for me, nothing like that. So like you said, some people change when they get to the pinnacle or they get to the top. They forget about where they came from. Or like you said, they get jealous or worried about what you might do, that they feel like you might be better than them, or your delivery is better, or you do this better. So, yeah.
So it seems that you guys can really appreciate the difference that comes with everybody.
Yeah.
It's not about so much of a battle. It's, you're going to do you, I'm going to do me, and I'm okay with that. So do you ever feel like you're in competition?
A little bit. Sometimes, like
unspokenly, I mean, crewmates, not to hog the mic, but yeah, I would say unspokenly there's a little bit of friendly competition because we're all wanting to be as good as each other and make each other better. So
yeah, we always push each other. But then there's always the guys who always like want to take the spotlight. But for me, it's like we're all on the same team. Even though we're competition, we're on the same team. If we all succeed, we're all going to go higher. And then same with bars, like on a strip of bars, if my bar is busy, you're gonna be busy because we'll have overflow. You go over there, or vice versa.
So where you from in Canada?
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. Okay. Cool.
Interesting.
Wow, this is good. See, you never know who's gonna hop on the two mics in the DJ's
Yeah.
podcast.
No, I think it's great.
Never,
No,
I mean,
no, it's an
but
honor
DJs
for
are
us, too.
DJs and DJs are DJs. Everybody's got a story and an opinion and a love for music and a starting and where they're trying to go with it.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, man, I know y'all probably trying to go get something to eat or do whatever. So,
Just enjoying the flow and, getting to break bread and, share a good word.
yeah.
Worth its weight in gold. Thank you.
Man,
You got some great people.
got some
dude, that
great
work.
guys over here, man. They bragging on it.
Really? Yeah.
Wrong button.
Wow.
Oh,
Good.
sorry.
It was an honor to, share some more with you guys.
Oh,
and off camera, one of the biggest lessons I learned on the road was who you pass on the way up, you pass on the way down.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
What? Was that
Explain that.
Say it again.
Explain that.
Who you pass on the way up, you pass on the way down.